Hi everyone, my name is Joshua and welcome to Northern Solar. In today's video we're going to look back at the figures from June 2022 and see if we can answer the question, are solar panels worth it? So just to recap, we have 20 400 watt panels on our roof giving us an 8 kilowatt array. These are connected to a SolarEdge SE6000 watt inverter, and attached to that we have two Growatt batteries giving us a total storage of 13 kilowatt hours. Before we get into the figures, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody for all your questions and all your comments. It's been really great to see how many people are interested in solar panels, and I've really enjoyed comparing systems and getting advice about our usage. If you stick around till the end of the video, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what we plan to do to make the most out of our electricity. But first, let's get into the figures. So here's our graph for June from the SolarEdge app. It shows our daily production across the month, and you can see a really big variation from all the way down here. On the early part of the month we had a day with less than 10, I think it was 8 kilowatt hours that day, and then we had our record day so far this year of just over 50 kilowatt hours in a day. Again, this emphasises just how much the weather plays a key part in how well your solar panels do. The difference between a cloudy day and a sunny day is quite extreme. So if you add up all of the days for June, we made a total of 1,020 kilowatt hours. I'm really pleased with this. It's the first month where we've had over 1 megawatt hour in a month. And that means our average production per day in June was 34 kilowatt hours. So moving on to our production, export, consumption, financials and everything. This graph now I've got 3 months, so I'm putting them all together so you can see a comparison. So let's start with June. We made 1,020 kilowatt hours, of which we exported 601 back to the grid, which gives us a self-consumption of 419 kilowatt hours for the month. We also consumed more off the grid this month at 85.1, although the vast majority of that was off-peak consumption, which is when we were charging the car overnight. I've recently started a new job, so I'm travelling in the car more. After 2 years working from home, I'm finally back in the office, so we're charging the car overnight more often. So adding that all up, we get a total consumption for the month of June of 503.7 kilowatt hours. So here in the solar breakdown section, we've got an export of 58.96% and a self-consumption of 41.04. We are aiming to export less and consume more, and in the future we are looking to try and do that by using more electricity in the house for things like hot water and central heating. I'll go into a bit more detail on that later. So moving down to our total usage breakdown, this month we've got just over 83% consumption from our solar, and just under 17% from the grid. Compared to last month, that doesn't look as good, but almost all of our grid usage was off-peak overnight charging the car. So the important bit, financials. Our standing charge for June was £14.30. We paid £9.50 for our total grid usage, which gives us a total electricity cost for the month of June of £23.81. Our exports at 5.57 pence made us £34.58. which means our net electricity cost for the month of June was minus £10.77. So again, this month Bulb owe us money, which is really great. If we had no solar panels, our electricity usage from the grid would have cost £139.08, meaning our monthly savings are £149.86. That brings us to a cumulative savings so far over 3 months of £369.69. Almost £150 saved in June. So I think we can answer the question, are solar panels worth it? For me, it's still yes. Definitely yes. So as I mentioned earlier, I've had lots of comments and questions asking about usage and export and trying to reduce the amount that we're exporting and making the most of what we have in the house. One way for us to export less and use more would be to use electricity to heat our hot water and our central heating. We currently have a gas combi boiler, so we're not able to do that at the moment. But in future, we're looking to do things like air source heat pumps or electrical boilers, or even infrared panels, but we haven't decided which way to go with that at the moment. We're going to try and do some tests in the winter and see what works best for us. Maybe some small oil-filled radiators, one in the office, one in the lounge, one in the bedroom, kind of see how that goes. Maybe put them on smart plugs so we can set timers to optimise what parts of the house get the heat and when. If anyone has any experience with that sort of thing, drop us a comment and let me know how you're getting on with it. I've been watching a lot of videos from Nigel at EV Puzzle, so thank you very much Nigel, your channel's been really helpful. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. I'd also like to give a quick mention to Kohler in the comments. He had the exact same production as we had this month, 1,020 kilowatts. It was really interesting to see, and I wonder how we get on next month. So thanks for watching everybody, as ever. If you've got any comments, questions, leave them in below and I'll do my best to answer them. I'll see you next time.